How you doing? My name is Lester Greene, and I'm the author of Getting Your Act Together, and I am here and privileged to be on the Bennie Randall Show.
It's the Bennie Randall Show. It's the Bennie Randall Show. It's the Bennie Randall Show. It's the Bennie Randall Show.
Welcome to another edition of the Bennie Randall Show. I'm your host, Bennie Randall Jr., aka The Motivator. And this powerful show brings you conversations with today's stars and tomorrow's legends. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Come on.
It's the Bennie Randall Show. 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 I love the Bennie Randall. I love the Bennie Randall. I love the Bennie Randall Show. Yeah. I love the Bennie Randall. I love the Bennie Randall. I love the Bennie Randall Show. Yeah.
I got that flip camera.
Now, how much you want for it?
Give me $60, man. They're like $150 brand new.
I'll give you 20.
30, man.
Not gonna happen, bro. Yeah.
Give me 25. Come on.
You got the original box?
Now you man. You want the not?
Yeah, man. I'm sorry, bro.
Give me 20, man. Damn.
Yeah, all I got is 18.
I can't. I have to go into the bar. You know that.
Is that time already?
Yeah. Plus, your father's gonna be here soon.
Yeah, damn. Just when I was getting into my groove.
You'll get it next time. You're an adult. There's nothing to be afraid of. I mean, even if he didn't take it well, so what? At least now he knows, and you don't have to tiptoe around the house anymore.
Yeah, you're right.
Thank you. You didn't tell your father.
Whoa! Not in my house!
You lying son of. Tell him right now! Tell him!
Language!
He's such a coward. Excuse me. I mean, I had this great idea, right, to fix this other article and this brilliant idea for a new one.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, I'm gonna bang these out so when I go to work tomorrow, I'll have something to show him that'll, not make him do the firing thing.
That is exactly what I want to hear.
You look beautiful today. You look beautiful always.
So sweet.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Bennie Randall Jr., aka The Motivator, and it is my honor that you allow me into your hearts and your homes. And we're back for season 2 of The Bennie Randall Show, and we have a great lineup of fabulous directors, actors, and entrepreneurs and political analysts. It's going to be real big this season. So we're going to start it off like this. But before that, we begin. You know where you can reach me, right? At BennieRandall.com. That's BennieRandall.com. Or to see all the episodes of The Bennie Randall Show, you can go to BR26.com. And with that, let us begin. Today, we got an actor and rapper extraordinaire. His name is Lester Greene, and he has his brand new book, Getting Your Act Together, by Mr. Lester Greene. I'm telling you, this is a powerful gentleman. This gentleman is lighting the city on fire. He's in tons of movies. We're gonna get to know him today. Mr. Lester Greene, how you doing, brother?
I'm feeling blessed, Mr. Randall. Thank you for having me.
Oh man, this is a great book. Tell me what inspired you to write this book.
Well, first of all, let me just thank Bennie Randall, yourself, for motivating me enough to write this book. I didn't think that I could even write an essay, let alone a book. And you motivated me and you encouraged me to do it. And every day, I would set aside a certain amount of time to write. And before I knew it, I had a book. So the inspiration all comes from Mr. Bennie Randall. Thank you so much for that.
I appreciate that. And in the interest of full disclosure, yes, I did coach Mr. Lester Greene, but all I am is the coach. Mr. Lester Greene actually did the work, and that's what's important. Now, what made you want to become an actor?
I think just being able to play different characters and be somebody else. I think just being that made me want to try acting. I love playing characters. I like joking around and pretending to be somebody else. You know, as kids, you always pretend to be, oh, I'm Superman or I'm this, I'm that. And so I think that's what acting is. Acting is all about creating a different persona. And I just love doing that.
Interesting. I mean, because acting is a very intense business, having to get into character, and you know, there's a lot of people that are in acting, but there's not a lot of people that can act. Okay? So, with that in mind, what does it take to actually be an actor that can truly bring a character to life?
Great question. Well, first of all, I think you need to address or attack acting as a professional business. In other words, if you're not serious about it, then don't even bother doing it. If you're doing it because, oh, I think I'm gonna get on TV or I'm gonna become famous, then you're in the wrong profession. So I think attacking it from a professional standpoint is what's going to give you a leg up. And then from that point on, once you have that passion and you're serious about it, then everything else will kind of trickle down and fall into place. So you just have to get your mind right, essentially.
You know, I read through this book after you wrote it, and I noticed that you had a lot of obstacles, you know, in this acting business. Can we hit a few points in this book about becoming the role and the journey to becoming an actor? Because I noticed that there were a lot of obstacles you had. Can you give my viewers a little insight on that? Because everybody think that they just wake up in the morning and become
it's
an
just,
actor.
Oh, definitely not. I can give you one instance where I had auditioned for this commercial, and I was up against my friend and, of course, hundreds of other people. And so I got the call back, which is great. You want the call back. And so a lot of times actors think the callback is actually booking the job. And that's not true. And so I got the call back, and it was down to 3 of us. One of my friends was included, and so he got the job over me. Now, a lot of times actors will get upset. Oh, I didn't get the job. Oh, it sucks. But I had to catch myself. I said, okay, I didn't get the job, but I'm happy that my friend got it. Do you know what I mean? So you have to kind of accept the rejection. I know it sounds a little weird, and it's like, why should I accept being rejected? But that's a part of the game. That's a part of the industry, dealing with rejection, because you're gonna get told no a lot of times, but you just have to keep going and keep persevering. And so it kind of taught me, okay, I'm not gonna get everything that I auditioned for. And so now I go in there with the mindset, okay, I'm gonna just give it my best, and whatever happens, happens. If I get the job, great. If I get a call back, great. If I don't book the job, it's still okay. Because at the end of the day, it's all about auditioning. As an actor, your job is not to book the job. It's to audition for more jobs. The more jobs you audition for, the more jobs you're gonna book. It's a numbers game.
Wow, that's very, very powerful. I really like that. And let me dwell into this rejection aspect a little bit more, because I think the biggest fear of anything is just that, being rejected. Whether you're going for a new career, whether you are going to find your new significant other, rejection can be very hard.
True.
What are some of the things you have learned on how to deal with rejection, especially when it comes to dealing with Hollywood, where it's built on rejection?
Preach. Well, the thing is, with acting, you always have to look at it this way. Don't take it personally. And I know they always say it's not you, it's us. And that is so true, because you could go into an audition room and nail it and be the best actor. And for whatever reason, the casting director or the producer might say, you know what, I don't think he fits with the lead character. I don't think he's tall enough. I don't think he's dark enough. It could be anything. It's so small. And so you don't even know why you didn't get the job. So you have to look at it that way. Look at it from their standpoint. Maybe you just weren't right for the role. You could have been perfect in the audition room, but if you're not right for job, you're not going to get it. So I always tell people, don't take it personally. It's not personal. It's business at the end of the day.
Now, there was something you touched on that I think is very big, and especially when it deals with Hollywood. And how do the beginning actors, and especially, let me dive into this, even people of color, you said the dark actor, the light skinned actor,
Yes.
do you think that one, looks matter when it comes to the acting industry? And if so, how does one who don't look like the Leonardo DiCaprios,
right.
or the people who we quote unquote say that are beautiful people to look at, the handsome dudes like myself? I'm just joking. But
Right.
those type of individuals, how does one deal with that in the industry?
Right.
Because that can be
Oh,
very
definitely.
depressing sometimes.
Absolutely, great question. This is how I look at it. Everybody has a certain type. Everybody is different. Nobody is alike, right? And so you have to look at it this way. I'm just gonna bring forward my best self, because at the end of the day, you are pitching yourself when you audition for something. So you have to confront it that way. In other words, you can't worry about what Brad Pitt looks like or what Denzel Washington looks like. Worry about what you like and bringing forward that energy. Do you know what I mean? If you focus on just yourself and not anybody else's journey, you'll be a lot better off. I know that for a fact. 'Cause sometimes I'll catch myself say, oh, my friend booked so-and-so. How did he get that audition? Why am I not doing that? And then I have to catch myself say, no, you know what? He's on his own path and I'm on my own path. Let me focus on what I need to do and how I look and what I bring forward. And that's the most important thing.
That's very, very powerful. Just in case you're just joining us, you're watching the Bennie Randall Show with Mr. Lester Greene and his new powerful book, Getting Your Act Together. Lester, now, a lot of times in this industry of acting, people go out and do projects, and there's a lot of stuff that's left on the cutting room floor. And I think that something just recently happened to you is the reason why I bring this point up.
Right.
That something that you were very excited about doing
Right.
ended up on the cutting room floor on one of the biggest television nights in history. Would you like to elaborate, Mr. Greene?
Oh, absolutely. So I had auditioned for this project with Mr. Bennie Randall. It's a web series called On My New Circle. And so we had the whole cast and everything. We shot a couple of episodes. And for whatever reason, it didn't work out. And so some of the cast members were replaced. Once again, it's business, it's not personal. Now, some of the actors might have felt a certain way about it. I, on the other hand, look at it this way. It didn't work out. I got a great experience from working with Mr. Randall, and I moved on. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. You audition, you shoot things. If it doesn't make the TV, what are you gonna do about it? You have to accept it and move on. I'll give you another instance. I had auditioned for this Super Bowl commercial. I booked it recently, and I was excited. So I'm watching the Super Bowl, waiting for the commercial to air. It airs, and guess what? I didn't make the cut. I'm nowhere to be seen. The other actors who were in it got a lot of airtime. I wasn't there. What did I do? I didn't pout or cry. I said, okay, I got paid for it. Not that money is everything, but I got paid for my time, and I got a chance to network with some of the producers and casting directors, and so it was a good experience, period.
Very, very powerful. You said that so eloquently.
Thank you.
I tell you, this Mr. Lester Greene is incredible. But I'm glad that you brought that point up, because I noticed in the film industry, even A-list actors sometimes don't make the cut because maybe the direction change of the project, maybe just, it can be anything, but you can't let that get you down. What is your advice for especially new actors who I think don't understand that and they take it personal, you know, that it has something to do with you, the director, or the staff, or the company? What is your advice to those type of people?
Well, like I said before, I look at acting through the eyes of a little kid. And you know how when you're excited about something you love and you just do it out of the love of it, you know, just for the love, then you tend to not care about certain things. You just do it because you love doing it. And so that's how I approach acting. I think as a beginning actor, you want to approach it from that standpoint. Okay, I love doing this. I'm passionate about it. I'm just going to do it because I love doing it and because I'm talented. And leave it at that. Everything else will just fall into place. Don't worry about X, Y, and Z. Just worry about your passion and how you feel about acting. That's the most important thing, how you feel about it.
Very, very powerful. There's a part in your book, there's a chapter in your book that says the misconception of the agent. Would you elaborate a little bit on that?
First of all, as a beginning actor, we all want an agent. Oh, once I get an agent, I'm gonna book this, I'm gonna get that, I'm gonna do this and that. No, whatever you heard about it, it's not true. It's not, it's really not, it's not. It's all myth, it's all myth. And so, the most important thing is that you are on your grind and you are out pushing yourself and auditioning and doing things like that. The agent and the manager, all that stuff will come. Don't go out there trying to get an agent and you don't have any credits. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but at the end of the day, an agent is only going to represent you if she or he sees that you're working hard, that you're out there, that you're auditioning, and that you're proving yourself. They're not going to take you on if you're not battle tested. So you need to focus on what you need to do first and then worry about everything else later. The agent and the manager that will come, because that's what happened to me. I was out there, my agent saw what I was doing, and she said, oh, I see that you're out there working hard. I'd like to work with you. And so then it became a partnership. But it doesn't start out that way. You have to focus on what you need to do first and then worry about everything else.
Very, very powerful. Okay, we're coming up to a break. When we come back, I want you to speak on a chapter in your book that's called A Good Support System. All right, when we be back. I'm Bennie Randall Jr., a.k.a. The Motivator, and you are watching The Bennie Randall Show. And we'll be right back after these messages.
Yo, what you doing in my car?
Oh, Ray, you foul, man. How you do that to me, man?
If I was foul, I'll run your ass over with my car. Get the step in.
Come on, man. Ray, come on, B. Can't do a brother like that, man. We go way back, man. Come on, man. Yo.
Get the hell out of here.
All right, bro.
What's good, you little gold digger?
Who you calling a gold digger, you buster? You no-flavor wannabe Puerto Rican?
Oh, snap, Rico. You ain't Puerto Rican, son?
I'm going to cut off your balls and sell them off on eBay for $10 a ball. The last man that cheated on me fell off my building after I pushed him. He slipped.
Ray, have you seen Jake? He jumped out my car like a rabbit and took off running like he stole something. We was on our way driving back to play doctor.
Lollipop, how the hell you get in my house? Does everybody have a key to my house?
I hope you drown, you wannabe actor. This is so damn bootleg. I'm so out of here.
I will bust a cap in you, son. I am from the hood.
Okay.
I will bust a cap on you, homie.
Okay.
Don't let this white girl stuff fool you.
No, that's
I am a straight OG from the city of Compton.
Okay.
Snoop Dogg.
Okay.
If it weren't for the DNA test we did, I wouldn't even believe it was your son. Because what you didn't know, that fine-ass UPS guy that used to come around our house all the time was making special deliveries when you weren't at home. Booyah!
Bang! 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 Bang!
Meow, meow.
Oh, damn
Get the
face.
hell out of here. This ain't no damn casting call. This is a booty call. And I've never heard of no damn director named Pookie.
Ray!
Damn, she's so fine.
Sammy, get up, give me a hug. You're part of the family now.
What the hell?
You invited a pig to dinner? Give me the poker. Another rookie mistake. Another rookie mistake. Hi, I'm Bennie Randall Jr., aka The Motivator, and welcome back to The Bennie Randall Show. I'm sitting here with extraordinary actor, entrepreneur, and rapper. Yeah, he got about 18 jobs. Okay, before we left for the break, Mr. Greene, I wanted to talk about a good support system. Okay?
Yeah.
Please elaborate.
Well, as you said before, actors deal with a lot of rejection. Deal with it all the time. Ups and downs, slow moments. And so you really need somebody there. It doesn't have to be a whole entourage or a lot of people. You just need at least one person who is there for you. And not somebody who's just gonna tell you what you want to hear. You need somebody who's gonna support you, but is also gonna be honest with you. Mm-hmm. If the person doesn't think that you should do this or doesn't think that your audition was good or whatever, you just need somebody in your corner because it's a tough business. And it's even more difficult to maneuver when you're going out there by yourself and you don't have anybody in your corner. So I always say try to find somebody. It doesn't have to be your mom or your dad. It could be a coach like yourself, like Mr. Bennie Randall, or a mentor, somebody you look up to, somebody you respect, just as long as it's somebody. And so I always stress that. I think it's very important.
Okay, let me go to in a part of your book. I don't want to give y'all the whole book.
Right,
I just
exactly.
want to show you how powerful this book is. And honestly, he's just actually touching base with this book when I tell you that, okay? Because it is filled with information. But I want to talk about, what was your first short film?
Oh,
Give me a little insight. And how do an actor get an opportunity to get that first short one?
Right. Well, it's just like a little kid who enters a candy store and he tries out his first candy for the first time. I don't know, it could be a Snicker bar or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so I had auditioned for this short film. It was a film directed by Ricky Raymer. And so I went into the audition room dressed into character. I was dressed for the role and I nailed it and I felt it. I knew I did a great job. And so the director didn't even wait for me to go home, or he said, listen, Leslie, you were great. You did a great job. I want to cast you right now. And that feeling just, I don't know, it was almost like I had won $1 million. And it wasn't even for a paid role. It was a short film, didn't pay anything, but it was just a matter of him saying that he wanted me in his film. And sometimes all it takes is that little thing to motivate you. And so I took that and I ran with it because I really loved that feeling. And so I said, okay, I'm gonna try to duplicate that. I'm gonna try to keep doing it. I'm gonna try to keep booking jobs because I like that feeling. So, like I said before in the book, success is very addictive. Once you get a small taste of it, you want more of it.
Well, I'm telling you, Mr. Lesher, this book, I've actually read this book, and I'm going to read it again and again because I need to get my acting on. All right. Let me ask you something. How can people get a copy of this book, and will you be doing any book signings around New York City, other states, cities, or anything like that?
Well, right now the book is available on digitalbog.com, BOG.com, and they can get it there. And then after February 19th, the book will be available everywhere else, iTunes, Amazon, wherever you get your books. So that's my plan, and that's the outline.
Now, before we get into your rapping career, what do you want people to get from reading this book? What do you want them to walk away with when they read this book? And also, I thought something was very extraordinary in the back. You have like a journal.
Yeah.
Explain that to me.
Well, first of all, the journal was your idea. Mr. Bennie Randall came up with that idea. I thought it was genius because he said, Lester, you want whoever reads this book, you want them to be able to write something down or write their thoughts down. I said, you know what, that's a great idea, because I think when you write things down, it just sticks to memory. And so he encouraged me to do that. So that's what the whole journal part came into place. And what was the other question? I'm sorry.
The other question is, what do you want people to walk away with this book? When they read this book, what do you want the actor to walk away with?
Well, the thing is, this book is not just a book about acting. It's about life. And that's why I call it getting your act together. It's almost like getting your life together. You know how your mother says, you need to get your act together. You need to get your life together. That's what essentially I'm saying. I'm trying to say that in order to be successful in life, you need to do certain things. And you need to approach acting or life in a certain way. And so that's what I want them to get from this book. I want them to take life more seriously, and I want them to use this book as a blueprint.
Mm-hmm. Now you have a multifaceted talent, talented person, as I will to say. Tell me about this rapping career. You all dressed up and looking real sharp here.
Right.
Tell me a little bit about that part of your life.
Well, I like being creative. I like producing music. I love writing music. I like writing lyrics. And so it's just an extension of myself. And so I got into acting because I saw that my brother was doing it. And it's just one of the things I wanted to try. I said, you know what, I think I can do that. And so I started doing that. I made my first song. It was called Regular Person. And I heard it back and I said, oh, I like the way this sounds. And from that moment on, I just kept going. Like I said before, success is very addictive. Once you get a taste of something, you want to do more of it. Like this book right here, because of you, I want to write more books.
Excellent. Remember, you did all the work. All right.
I appreciate
just like you have the Tiger Woods, but it's Tiger Woods play the golf, not the coach.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, when Michael Jordan shooting those balls, he have a coach, but he's the one actually on the court. So you deserve all the credit you have. I know you're in a couple of films. Can you tell us about these new films that you're in?
Yeah.
And possibly when they'll be out, et cetera, et cetera?
Right. Yeah, I just went to a premiere for a film called Life is Too Short, directed by Antoine Allen. Great guy. And that movie's coming out. It's actually going to be making the film festival circuit. And then I'm also working on another movie called Mad Full of Dreams, starring Kevin Baggett. And then hopefully I'll get to work with you on a couple of new projects that you're working on. We're not going to talk about that right now. We got to keep that.
Giving people.
Yeah, I know. I can't divulge everything, but hopefully we'll get to work on something again. And then, as I said before, I'm always auditioning and looking for more jobs, looking for more roles, and that's the nature of the game. It's all about hustling and putting yourself out there.
What's the result you are looking for, Mr. Lester? What's the result? What's the end result you want to happen? Do you want to be an A-list actor? Do you want to be a director? Do you want to be behind the scenes? What is the end result?
Great question.
What you're trying to accomplish?
Great question. Well, at the end of the day, I love acting. And so I just love being in front of the camera. I love playing different characters. And so I'm just going to hang on to that and see where it takes me. Obviously, I do see myself on television, on a series show or something like that, or in a blockbuster movie. Obviously, I see myself doing that. But at the end of the day, I'm just going to keep working hard, keep hustling, keep grinding, and everything else will just take care of itself. I just know that for a fact.
That's very, very powerful. What is your advice? With one thing I think we didn't touch on also when it comes to the new actor. I notice a lot of actors, they'll send you a headshot from their iPhone or, when we have all the technology to have a digital press kit put up on your website. How important is having the right headshot, and how is important is having at least some type of resume, regardless of, even if you haven't done a lot, having something to show that casting director, I'm out here on my grind because I think a lot of people, especially a lot of new actors,
Right.
that they think they could just sit around and wait for their homies to get them a call
Right.
to start filming or whatever. And that's not how it is. Speak on the grind, man.
Right.
The grind, the hustle, like, you know, the hours that you sit in line and, you know, going to locations. And I think I heard a story, if maybe you can share that with my viewers. I think I heard a story about you travel, you know, to another state or something to do an audition.
Right.
And they spoke to you for what, 5 minutes at the most?
Yeah.
Took you about 18 days to get there? No, I'm just joking.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about it. It is a grind and it is a hustle. And so you can't sit around, I mentioned this in the book, you can't sit around and wait for people to call you or to bring you in for an audition. You have to go out there and make your own work, produce your own work. Do you know what I mean? If you don't have credits, you can put, okay, I know how to juggle or I know how to fence. All that stuff is important. You should put that on your resume because it makes you unique from the next person. Do you know what I mean? And it also shows that, okay, this person is interesting. Because at the end of the day, you want these casting directors to see that you're interesting. A lot of times they come in, or I go into an audition room, and they don't even ask me questions about acting. They'll be asking me questions, so what do you like to do in your free time? Do you know what I mean? Right. What are some of your passions? Because they want to get to know the person. At the end of the day, you're going to be working with these people on set for hours. So they want to feel like, oh, I can deal with being on set with this actor. He seems like a nice guy. He seems likable. So that's what I always say. Just go out there, produce your own work, show people that you're proactive and that you want to work. They will see that. That kind of behavior is very contagious. They want to be a part of that. Oh, this guy just wrote a book. Oh, I got to get to know this guy. Who is this guy? He wrote a book. He's an actor. Oh, he's a rapper. Oh, okay. So that's just my thing. Just go out there, produce your own work, and don't wait for anybody to give you a handout. It's not gonna happen. It doesn't happen.
Man, I tell you, I'm so involved in this interview. It's incredible. We're coming down to the last few minutes, Mr. Lester. And what advice can you give to an upcoming actor who wants to possibly accomplish some of the things you have accomplished? In a quick summary, tell my viewers about what it takes to actually be a successful actor.
All I'm gonna say is this: work hard and never give up. And somebody is always watching you. Don't feel like, oh, this person is not even watching me. Why am I wasting my time? Why am I doing that play and only 2 people showed up? No, because one of those people could be a big-time producer or a big-time director. You never know. So just go at it that way. Never give up and don't take it personally. Somebody will be watching you. Somebody's always watching you, and I always try to keep that in my mind. I try to approach life that way. Okay, I'm just gonna do the best that I can do and just hope that everything else will just work itself out.
Very, very powerful, Mr. Lester Greene. I tell you, man, make sure you guys get this book right here, Getting Your Act Together by Mr. Lester Greene. You can find it on digitalbog.com. That's digitalbog.com. And I want to leave you, ladies and gentlemen, with these parting words. Remember, in life, any and everything is possible. The only person in your way is you. It's up to you to stay focused, and stay focused. Because don't allow distractions to take you away from keeping your eyes on the prize. As you've seen Mr. Lester Greene, his brand new book, catch him in a theater near you, online, catch him out on Facebook. And before we leave, let the viewers know how they can reach out to you if they want to reach out to you.
Well, you can check me out on my website, www.lestergreene.com, Greene with an E at the end, or you can just look me up on Twitter, Greene_Lester, or Facebook, Lester David Greene. and you'll see my Facebook page. I love to meet new people and I love to network, so let's build together.
All right. I'm Bennie Randall Jr., aka The Motivator, and you know how you can reach me at BennieRandall.com, or check out this episode and all archive episodes at BR26.com. And remember, it's not a game, it's a lifestyle, baby. Until next time, love and peace. Have a great day.